Hey everybody, it's Charles from HumbleMechanic.com. Today we're talking about a complete shifter overhaul on the R32. When I first got the R32, the feel of the shifter was awful. The car would go into gear, but it felt really sloppy. And let's face it, nobody wants to handle a sloppy shifter. There are a couple of components to this system. We have the shifter inside the car, and there's a lot of bushings inside of this assembly. In addition to in the car, we have the selector components on top of the transmission and cables that connect the two. I wanted to start on the inside of the car because I could feel that there was a lot of issues, both front to back and side to side with the shifter. After removing the center console, you could see just how bad some of these bushings were worn on the shifter. Luckily, a company that I've worked with many years called Diesel Geek makes a repair kit not only for the shifter in the car, but a short shifter kit for on top of the transmission. And they also have an amazing DIY on how to put all of these parts on the car. I didn't shoot a full DIY on this. The great thing about their DIY is that Jim has the components out of the car so you can actually see what he's doing. If I were to have done a DIY, it would look a lot like this. I do have one tip. They mentioned removing the box from the car or drilling a large hole in the passenger side of the shifter box. I was able to do all these bushings without removing it from the car or drilling that hole. The key is you're going to need to take out this black cup piece completely out of the car and fish a screwdriver down there and pop the bushing off of the shifter and off the cable. This is not easy. It kind of sucks, and it does take a lot of patience. You do need to be careful not to break that cable end or you're going to be replacing the entire cable. But it can be done, and the worse your bushing's worn, the easier that is to do. Going back together, you'll need a 90-degree snap ring plier in order to get the snap ring on. In the car, I replaced the following bushings. The bushing on the front to back cable, the bushing on the side to side cable, this bushing here on the end piece of the shifter itself. I replaced the cup that the shifter sits in. This is about a $10 piece that the dealership had in stock. The kit also comes with the two bushings on the shifter rod itself, the ones that hold the spring for when you push the shifter up and down. I also replaced the bushing around the spring here, as well as the two in this front section. I'm not sure that made any difference, but for an extra few dollars, I wanted to go ahead and get it done. There's really only one little bushing left that I haven't replaced, and I'll probably replace that at some point. Doing the bushings on the shifter assembly in the car made a world of difference, but there was still some play left over in the shifter. Next, we moved to under the hood and on top of the transmission. One of the bushings on the shifter end was completely destroyed. That was the final piece of the puzzle, causing the extreme amount of play. While I was installing the short shifter kit, which I have done a video on, I'll link it up in the corner so you can check it out. I also replaced the rubber bushings on the bracket that holds the shift cables. These are from Tyrol Sport. You remove the rubber bushings and replace them with these metal ones. Super easy to install. If you are doing the short shifter, it took an extra maybe 6 minutes or so of time. The way those commonly fail is they actually get saturated in oil and they get really soft and spongy. So after rehabbing all of the bushings in the car and installing the short shifter and the bushings for that bracket and getting basically everything new minus the cables, the shift system is completely different. The car drives like a totally different car. There's barely any movement in the shifter at all. Here are the old bushings, and they're all brittle or broken or just completely destroyed. So removing those and replacing them with high quality components has made this car so much more fun to drive. This was a fair amount of work, especially bent over trying to get the shifter components on, but it can be done in the car, and that beats dropping the prop shaft and the exhaust or drilling a giant hole in the side of the shifter box. I highly recommend doing this. It is going to take your old vehicle and make it feel brand new. Whether you get bushings from the dealership or get the Diesel Geek kit. I'm really digging on the Diesel Geek kit. The GTI is going to get the exact same kit when it goes back together. I'll be sure to link down in the description the kits from Diesel Geek as well as the extra parts that I put on the car. Oh, and make sure that you get your shifter properly adjusted because that can make a world of difference. All right, guys, I'm gonna wrap it up there. Questions, comments, you know what to do if you like the video. Hit that thumbs up button, mash the share button, and share this video around. Do me that big favor. I really appreciate that. Don't forget to subscribe here on YouTube or over on the blog at HumbleMechanic.com. You can follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and of course on Snapchat. Guys, thanks so much for watching. Thanks for the support on the R32. Check out the R32 playlist. You can see all the videos up to this point. Ton more R32 stuff coming. We're working real hard to get this car ready for a car event, Wookiees in the Woods. It's gonna be awesome. I'm pumped. Hope you guys are too. Thanks for the support.